On the 7.5 and 7.6. So I had you cross through 127 because you're not going to get a question that says like show that they are. However, if you do have extra time on your test and you find the inverse, that's a way to check it, right? You could do A times B or B times A, and then you could check your answer to make sure that it's right. You will probably get fractions, so it may not be the easiest thing to check, but it is something that you could check. Yeah. Sorry. There was two reviews. There's one that said just a review, and then there was an extra review. So this is the original one. Yep. Yeah. Correct. You're welcome. 130. Yep. Okay, so we're doing the inverse, right? So first do the determinant 3 times negative 3 minus 2 times negative 5. I get negative 9 minus a negative 10, which becomes plus 10. And then you'd get 1 over 1. You have to switch the negative 3 and the 3, which ends up like looking like you changed the signs. But these are the ones you switch. And then you change the signs on the negative 5 and the 2. So it becomes positive 5 and negative 2. And then distribute it in. I don't know why, but for some reason your book likes to give you ones that have a 1 as a determinant. I don't. You won't get that. So make sure you would know to distribute in that determinant after. No, it can't be because you put 1 over it. Yep. 120. Well, I said don't worry about doing 127. I mean, if you want to see the multiplication, you can. Because that, you have to multiply on the test. You would have to, it might say that and then might say do A times B. But the showing of the work to show that it's an inverse, you don't have to do.
That's not on the test.
The showing that it's the inverse is not. Finding an inverse is, and multiplication is. But using it to show that it's an inverse, it's not. What you would do is A times B and B times A, and it should be 1, 0, 0, 1. That's what you're looking for.
So for 130, you're going to Jesus fish it, and then multiply the whole thing.
1 over that, switch the A and the D, change the signs on the B and the C.
There won't be numbers as big as like 153, right? With like 50s and 30s.
No. I remember I'll let you use a 4-function calculator. So if you know that you want that to help you with your speed, I will let you use a 4-function. It's not required. It's not like it's not that big of a difference if you can multiply down it. No, 4-function is literally no sine, no cosine, no nothing. It's like the little ones that look like this. So I think I'll have like 20 of them, but if you have one, it would be beneficial to bring it because if more than 20 of you need it, then I won't have enough for everybody. We're good on the rest of this one? Yeah? I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, folks. Okay. All right, 7, 7, and 7, 8. Questions on these. So this was your determinant, your minors and cofactors. There will not be a straight up determinant of the 3 by 3 because it's built in to the area, the collinear, the Kramer's rule. Like you're going to get it in that way instead. But remember, I would say the 3 by 3 is the biggest focus of your test because you need it for Kramer's rule. You do it 4 times. And then the area once, and then the collinear once. So you're talking 6 times you're doing a determinant of a 3 by 3. Make sure you know what you're doing. That would be disastrous. All right, 155 minors and cofactors. So with a 2 by 2, they're really just like switching positions because if I do the minor, I cross through here, and so you cross through the row and the column that the name of the cell is. This is row 1, column 1. So this would be 4. Then I would cross through row 1, column 2. It's 7. Then I would cross through row 2, column 1, and that's -1. And then row 2, column 2, and that's 2. So those are the minors. The cofactors on a 2 by 2, I change the signs, never the first cell. So it's this one and this one. So 4 stays, 7 becomes -7, -1 becomes +1, and 2 stays. I think it says it in the instructions on the assignment that one of these answers was wrong. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yesterday we talked about, I don't know if you listened to the video, but yesterday I told them on the 3 by 3 minors and cofactors, you're only going to get 1 row. Like it's only going to ask for you to do it for row 1 or row 2 or row 3. So it'll say like find the minor of 1, 1, the minor of 1, 2, the minor of 1, 3. Not doing it 9 times. Does that make sense? Okay.
So for that, we would just cross off the
So I would do row 1, column 1, and then do the determinant. Then row 1, column 2, do the determinant of what's left. Row 1, column 3, do the determinant of what's left. And then when you go to find the cofactors, you would just change the sign of the middle one, because the middle one is your, like when you do the north, south, east, west, or whatever, the middle one is the one that you would change.
That's the one we would have.
And you have to do the determinant 9 times. Yeah. So you'll do it 3. You're welcome. Any other questions on the PDF?
So what's for 167? You're just doing the
167?
yeah, the determinant, and then you're multiplying it by 1/2.
Cut 1/2, make it positive. Yep. Yep. 171, 179. All right, so 171, this is area, right? So to find the area, we're going to write out the coordinate points. So x, y, x, y, x, y. We fill the third column with the ones. And then we do the determinant of a 3 by 3. Remember, you're going to do this you have to do 6 times tomorrow, the determinant of the 3 by 3. So that is the most important skill you need to know, okay? Walking in here tomorrow not being confident in a 3 by 3 determinant is like a death sentence. Don't do it, okay? We're going to diagonal down top left, bottom right first. 2 times 6 is times 1 is 12. 4 times 1 times 4 is 16. 1 times 5 times 1 is 5. So I get 28 plus 5, that's 33. Then I go back the other way. 1 times 6 times 4 is 24. 2 times 1 times 1 is 2. 4 times 5 times 1 is 20. 26, plus 20, 46. And then I do the first one minus the second one. So 33 minus 46 is negative 13. With area, once you find the determinant, you do 2 things. 1, make sure it's positive. If it's not, you change it. And the second is divide it by 2 or multiply by 1/2. You could literally leave it as 13 over 2. You can make that 6 1/2. You can make it 6.5. I'll take any of those answers. But you don't forget to cut it in half.
The test, do we have to have units squared?
No. The question did come up in the last class. What if it was the parallelogram? Remember, you just pick 3 points. And then you can do it. You would either take that answer, cut it in half, then double it again, or just not cut it in half. It's the same concept.
So for the ones where you get the coordinates, that's the one where you put the ones, and the other
Correct.
ones you just do it
Like when you go to write it out, you're missing a column. So hopefully it's like, I have to do something with this. I need a 3rd column. Oh, that's where I put my
so
ones
we're
in.
gonna have some of these and some of the other one where it's already included.
Correct. Well, so you're going to get, you're going to get 1 area question where you have to put in your ones. You're going to get 1 are they collinear question where you have to put in your ones. And then your 3 variable Kramer's rule, you have to do it 4 times. Yeah. So you tweak your d of x, d of y, d of z, and then find the determinant.
And for the parallelogram, that's the one you don't have to divide by 2.
Correct. Because it would be 2.
We have 4 Kramer's rule questions?
No, you have 1 2 Kramer's rule question. 1 with the 2 variable, 1 with 3. But in that 3 variable, you end up doing the determinant 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're going to do the 3 by 3 determinant a total of 6 times on tomorrow's test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan.
So if you have a parallelogram, then you cut it in half and use like the points, do you still divide?
So I just wouldn't cut it in half on that scenario.
Okay, just choose 3 points and then
Choose 3 points and then don't multiply by 1/2. It would be. Otherwise, you're multiplying by 1/2 and then you're multiplying by 2 again. So same thing. Noah. Because area is always positive. You just make it positive. If you get a negative determinant for area, you change it so it's positive. Yeah.
is there ever a case where you should go through it and cut straight?
You mean your parallelogram? I mean, like if you're finding area, like in geometry, we do. But not for this stuff. Yeah, no. Good? Yes? And the last page, we're good? Yeah. Sure. All right, so the first thing I want to do is rewrite it in matrix form. So 1, -3, 2, 2, 2, 2, -3, 3, 1, -7, 8, -4. Then to find D, and again, there's going to be like a box for each one of these. So you put your work for the box of D, you put your work in the box for D of X, that kind of thing. So D, you do X's, Y's, and Z's. So I do 1, negative 3, 2, 2, 2, negative 3, 1, negative 7, 8. And then, because I'm finding the determinant of a 3 by 3, I'm going to duplicate the first two columns. So 1, 2, 1, negative 3, 2, negative 7. And then I multiply down these diagonals first, top left to bottom right. So I get 1 times 2 times 8, which is 16, plus negative 3 times 1, which is 9, plus 2 times 7, negative 28. So I get positive 25 minus 28, and that's negative 3. Then I go back the other direction. 2 times 1 is 4. 1 times negative 3 times negative 7 is positive 21. Negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 times 8, negative 48. So this is 25 minus 48, which is negative 23. Now negative 3 minus a negative 23 becomes plus, and I'd get positive 20. Seems more right. Then I'm going to do d of x. And when I do d of x, remember whatever the little letter is, so d of x, x is the column that you replace with your constants. So I take out the column of the x's and I put in the constants, which are 2, 3, negative 4. I keep the y's and I keep the z's. Duplicate the two columns to the right. Multiply down the diagonals this way first. 2 times 8, so 4 times 8, 32. Plus or minus, it doesn't matter once the sign works out. Negative 3 times negative 3, that's positive 9, times negative 4, that's negative 36. 2 times 2 is 6, times negative 7, negative 42. And I get negative 4 minus 42, negative 46. Come back the other way. 2 times negative 4, so 4 times negative 4, negative 16. 2 times negative 3, negative 6, times negative 7, positive 42. Negative 3 times 3, negative 9, times 8, negative 72. 42 minus 16, 26 minus 72, negative 46. And I get negative 46 minus a negative 46, which becomes 0. At that point, check to make sure that d of x is divisible by d. 0 divided by 20 is just 0, so it works. Then we go d of y. So d of y says take out the y's and replace it with the constants. 1, 2, 1 stays, the x's stay. Constants go where the y's were, 2, 3, negative 4, and then the z's go where the z's were. Duplicate the first two columns. Multiply down the diagonals, top left, bottom right first. 1 times 3 times 8, 24. 2 times negative 3 times 1, negative 6. 2 times 4, negative 16. So I get 18 minus 16, which is 2. Come back the other way. 2 times 3 times 1, 6. 1 times negative 3 times negative 4, positive 12. 2 times 8, positive 32. 18 plus 32, 50. 2 minus 50. Wait a minute. Correct. Correct. All right, negative 48. So again, this is d of y. So on your test, they will be whole numbers, but this one actually, you did get fractions on this one. All right, then d of z. Okay, d of z, we take out the z's, we replace them with the constants. So the x's and the y columns stay. The z column gets replaced with the constants. Duplicate the first two columns. Multiply down your diagonals. 1 times 2 times negative 4, negative 8. All right, negative 3 times negative 3 times 1 is negative 9. 4 times negative 7, negative 28. So negative 17 minus 28, negative 45. Then go back the other way. 4 minus 21, 12 times 2, 24. So 28 minus 21, 7. Okay, so negative 45 minus 7, negative 52. That's your D of Z. And then we want to find x by z. So x, d of x over d, 0 over 20. Y, d of y over d, z, d of z over d. This is 0. This is negative 24 over 10, negative 12 fifths. This would be negative 26 over 10, negative 13 fifths. And then you're going to put it in coordinate point form at the end. So again, I did not make the makeup yet, so I'm not making any promises on that, but I did try to make sure that your initial tests are whole numbers there. Questions? Okay, so now it's Kramer's rule with two variables, right? So it's 5, negative 2, 6, negative 11, 3, negative 23. That's a negative, yep. So I'm going to do D. D is the x's and the y's. 5, negative 2, negative 11, 3. dx is, take out the x's, put in the constant. 6, negative 23, negative 2, 3. And d of y, take out the y's, put in the constant. So 5, negative 11, 6, negative 23. So then this is 15 minus 22, negative 7. This is 18 minus 46. I just did times. Negative 28. And then this is 23 times 5. So negative 115 minus a negative 66. That becomes plus 115 minus 66. Wait. Yes. Negative 115 minus a negative 66. 49. Negative 49. And then I do x is d of x over d. Y is d of y over d. And this is 4 and this is 7. Other questions? Yeah.
For the questions that asked to find like the area of the triangle, if it's like a parallelogram, you keep it like the same.
Right, you would just like, if you did cut it in half, you then have to double it. So you just don't have to cut it in half.
Always multiply by half.
Correct. And make sure it's positive. Yep. Yep.
Is there gonna be a parallelogram one?
There could be. It could be area or parallelogram. There could be.
And for that, we just take 3 points of the 4 and do the
Correct. You would take 3 of the 4 points. Yep.
How many questions?
There's 8. But like the,
8 question test.
yeah, I mean, think about how long it takes you to just do
Which partial
the Kramer's rule. Yeah. So the very first of all, it's a 3 by 2 and a 2 by 2. So we can do it, and the answer's a 3 by 2, right? Well, whatever. This first cell is row 1, column 1. Row 1, column 1, which would be 0 times 4, which is 0, plus negative 2 times positive 2, which is negative 4. So that first cell was negative 4, and there was no other options with a negative 4 in that first cell. But obviously, to keep going would be important. Like, your test is not multiple choice.